Hello, how are you? Hope you're good. Today I'm here with another, hopefully short, CAWPILE review. If you haven't heard of CAWPILE, it's a system that I use for rating my books. I will leave the link down below and suggest the video somewhere here. But anyway, today we have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. These reviews are non-spoilery, so I feel like there's a lot of important things that I cannot really speak about in this review because spoilers. But in short, Dark Matter is a sci-fi book where our main character is abducted out of his life and he does everything that he can to get it back. It's a very suspenseful sci-fi thriller. I feel like there's this like massive thing that I really want to say about what this book is about, but I can't because to me that would be a really big spoiler, so I'm just not gonna. But if you read it, you know what I mean. It is a sci-fi. So that's what I'm saying. So let's go into the CAWPILE. For the characters, I gave this book 9.5. It's not, I wouldn't say that this was necessarily very heavy on character development. However, just the fact that we see so many sides of... Do you mind? Yeah, because we see so many sides of the main character, I felt like... Oh my god, shut up! Why? Because we see so many sides of the main character and some different sides of the side characters, like the wife of the main character. There's a good selected few that we see from multiple sides, and I really enjoyed that, and I didn't feel like it lacked anything. For the atmosphere, I gave it a 10. This was definitely one of the most atmospheric books for me. I felt like I was, oh my god, just some bits of this book when I would get to this like particular part and we keep coming back there, and just I could see it. I could definitely see it and feel it, and it was brilliantly written. It was really not overburdening with the details, but you just had enough to just feel like you're there as well. I just absolutely loved it. I gave it a 10. For the writing style, I really didn't have anything to like pick at. I really enjoyed it. It was like, the book was really easy to read because one, the chapters were relatively short. Two, there were a lot of pages where each paragraph is one sentence, so you know it would be like sort of like repetitive. I understand that some people might not be enjoying that type of thing, but you know when it's like quite like repetitive but changing like the last sentence or some last word in a sentence, and it just goes like paragraph for like one sentence each. But it makes me, for me, it makes it like flow so much faster, and just I catch speed and then like inertia just carries me over, and this is what makes me like really addicted to the book, because I really did not want to put this down. I think I read it in 2 sittings in 2 days because I just didn't want to, like, I just wanted to keep reading it. So I gave it 9.8 for one little thing. So purely because there was one point where I felt like the writer wrote vantage point like a gazillion of times, and I thought if I read it one more time I'm gonna lose my shit. I don't know, for some reason it just really like agitated. It's also one of those words, you know, like some people have like words that really just they don't like. So for me it's like rendezvous and like vantage point, like both of them I just like, I really don't like. I know it's super random, but whatever. Let's move on. So I gave it 9.8 because that really annoyed me, and for some reason it just stuck in my head. But other than that, really I liked it a lot. For the plot, I gave it a 10. This was such a brilliantly paced book. The plot I felt like was really separated into brilliant pieces. It was just easy and enjoyable. It was so action-packed but with enough breathing space. I just enjoyed it a lot. I felt like the structure of the book was brilliantly done. And for intrigue, I give it a 10 because you guys know already I couldn't put it down. I just wanted to read it, and this was the most intriguing book for me, I feel like, I've read in a long time, and I just enjoy it so much, can you tell? For logic, I gave it 9.5. Obviously this deals with a lot of hypotheticals and theories that are not necessarily like super easy to follow, but they weren't difficult, and I felt like everything was explained really well, and I didn't have like a lot of questions that weren't answered at any point. I didn't really feel comfortable giving it a 10 because I'm sure there were some bits that I was just like, wait, what? 9.5 is still a really good rating, and enjoyment was clearly a 10. So all in all, this came to 68.8, which is the highest rating on my CAWPILE I've ever had, and it was 9.8 for the total, and it's clearly a 5-star book for me. Just because it has like the highest rating doesn't mean that this is my new all-time favorite book. It's definitely in my favorites. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite, but it's in like top 10 for sure. I don't know which, I didn't do like top 10, maybe I should. I just so thoroughly enjoyed it. I had such a blast reading this book. It was so thought-provoking, it was so like soul-crushing at parts. It's definitely not like a, it does have funny parts, but it's definitely not like light read. I'd say it deals with pretty horrible things. There were some bits that I almost cried, and if you know me, that's like a big O. If you're into like thought-provoking, sci-fi-ish, thriller, mystery books at all, read it. I really don't think that you're gonna be disappointed. And if anything, it's really quite an easy book to read, even though it deals with quite difficult topics. And it's just so interesting. I am so happy I picked this up. I don't know why I waited that long, but you know, it's alright. Like I feel like I read it in perfect time for me, and I love it. So I hope you guys pick this up. It comes really highly recommended from me, if that means anything to you. Just read it. It's so good. I want a lot of people to read this book. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know if you think you're gonna grab this book or push it up in your TBR, or if you read it, and if you did, let me know what you thought. Avoid any spoilers, please. This is a spoiler-free zone. I have so much love for this book. I hope you read it as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye!